is what we want to do. This is what we want to tackle, and we're going to do the comparison on. So we're going to come up here. Again, we'll do it in 2 high, which we're not going to make for sure. I don't think we'll make it in 4 high. I think we'll just slip too much. We'll see how we go in with a lock diff. Here we go. Now I'm not expecting to... Okay, well that's interesting. So even just trying to climb up this hill in 2-wheel drive, I'm actually just starting to slip and we're not getting anywhere. So as you can see, that rear's kicking out. I'm not sure whether you can see that or not. Alright, so we're not getting up there in 2-wheel drive. We're not even getting to the steps. So just going to stop, put in all-wheel drive basically. That's going to give us a bit of traction on the front. Alright, so here we go. We're basically at the steps. We're in, you can see our stability controls going off there. See that? Alright, we're just going to push it, just going to let the traction control do its thing. You can see those wheels all flashing. Alright, so look, we're basically a little bit crossed up, so that's not going to happen. Just going to give it a little bit more momentum. Again, keeping in mind we don't want to bugger the track, so just... Going to give it a little bit more momentum, see if that makes any difference, so we can get it to grip. Nah, okay, so that's not going to happen. So we're in 4 high there, and it's just not going to happen. It's just too slippery. So pop it in neutral, and we're going to just lock that center diff, and here we go again. We'll see how we go. Now I'm expecting similar results here. Probably get just a little bit further. Okay, so you can see the traction control is flashing here and here. Our stability control doesn't like it. But what we're going to do is just going to give it a little bit of momentum, give it a little bit of help. What you'll find with your traction control is you've actually got to use a little bit more right foot than you would if you're using your rear diff lock, for example. Okay, so a little bit more momentum. Okay. That's not going to work, and again, we don't want to bugger this track, so because this is something I go up all the time. All right, so take it out of drive. We are going to put it into 4 low. You can see that's in 4 low now. Just going to slap it over to our sports mode. Just put it across into sports mode. Just going to lock it in first. Now this is just going to allow us to be a little bit more controlled, but I've got a feeling. We are still going to spin, so let's just see what happens here. Alright, it's trying, it's going. Okay, so it didn't like that, and we're getting ourselves on a weird position. Realistically, I need to use 2 hands for this just to control the car. That was a little bit silly of me to be trying to hold on to this, and we'll put 2 hands on that steering wheel. So we haven't made it up obviously in 2-wheel drive. We're never going to make that. We didn't make it up in 4 high, we didn't make it up in 4 high locked, and we didn't make it up in 4-wheel drive low locked. So what we're going to do, we're going to use some of our trickery. I'm going to hit the rear diff lock button here, and you'll see that'll start to flash. Rear diff lock now has come on. Our ABS is turned off, our ASC is turned off, so our stability control is all turned off. So that's what happens when you engage the rear diff lock. All of that other stuff, stability control, etc., just turns off. So let's go and give this another crack. At this stage, something I've noticed is that quite often when you're in slippery situations and you're trying to use the rear diff lock, what you'll find is it just slides one way or the other. I'm expecting it to do that here. May be lucky and we may get up. So we're in 4-wheel drive, low range, and we've got the rear diff locked. Down the hill again sideways. So this time we're going to put the Vlad's traction control on, and we're going to be 4-wheel drive low, and we are going to be having, so we're going to have our rear diff on, rear diff lock on, we're going to be in 4-wheel drive low, and we're going to put our Vlad's traction control mod on. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure this is going to make a difference with the way the track is at the moment, but let's do it and see what happens. Okay, so our Vlad's traction control, that's that one there. So basically what that's doing is allowing us to run our rear diff, but it's turned all of the traction control, etc. back on for that front wheel. So a lot closer, but we still need to dodge this bloody rock down here. A little bit more beans, I reckon we'll be right here. And there we go, we're up. So it required a little bit of beans to get us up there, and it required for us to turn all of our gadgets on, like literally we had them all on, but we are up.